He did say one time that it was kind of strange to be standing next to someone and they got shot and then they weren't there anymore. And that bothered him a lot because there were so many young men that didn't get to come home, and he did. Bill was, one of our friends said that he was a gentle gentleman, and that pretty much summed it up. People that were Bill's age that fought through World War II were, you know, you hear them called the greatest generation, and they truly were. They have a whole different perspective on life, a whole different work ethic, a whole different attitude about family. All of that was important to him. Serving his country was probably the proudest thing he ever did in his life. He was always very proud of that. Every Friday when we first got married, he brought me a rose home. Every Friday, and he probably did that for 6 months. And then I quit my job, so he quit bringing me roses. Unlike some World War II veterans, Bill always liked to share stories. I know my father was a foot soldier in World War II, and he wouldn't talk about it, but Bill did. Bill was proud of what they accomplished and was always willing to tell stories. He was in an airplane crash that landed in a Roma tomato field, and he got out and started eating tomatoes. And until the day he died, he loved Roma tomatoes. He was a ball turret gunner in the European theater. Ball turret gunners had a survival rate of 50%. He did survive 50 missions. He was in 2 airplane crashes and survived both of those. And he got a Distinguished Flying Cross for that. He didn't know why he was spared, but he was so thankful that he was, and he was thankful that he could serve. And he was always appreciative of anyone else that did it. They are the greatest generation. They had a commitment to the government. They thought it was their duty, and they were more than willing to perform that. That service was beautiful. I can't tell you how much I appreciated that. The respect that they showed him, and I know they show that to all veterans, but it was particularly special to me because he was a hero.
Right up.
There's not that many World War II veterans left. And I will always appreciate that, always. It was wonderful. I just want to honor all veterans, not necessarily World War II veterans, but all veterans. Bill belonged to this group of veterans that he met with every Thursday until he got so sick he couldn't over at the VA office, and he was the only World War II veteran. And I know he would come home and talk about the young men that had been in Vietnam, or the young men that had been in Korea, or Desert Storm. They were all there, and he was always in awe of them, and he always appreciated their service. And he was always concerned about them and about the problems that they had because of their military service. And I think that if more people were concerned about our veterans, it would be better for all of us.